Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, has pledged to continue to work hard until the dreams of a prosperous and resilient country, Nigeria, is realized. The president stated this in Kigali, Rwanda, during a town hall meeting with Nigerians living and working in Rwanda. The meeting was coordinated by the Chairman CEO, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission NEEDCOM, Honorable Abike Dabrerewa. Details soon. And the International Organization for Migration, IOM, the European Union in Nigeria, and the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission NEEDCOM have held the 2026 Standing Committee on Diaspora Matters to prompt the review of the National Diaspora Policy 2021. On this episode, we also have our complimentary segments of Nigerian diaspora businesses, our food corner, and our diaspora of the moment. Stick around for a bumper harvest. This is your favorite show, The Diaspora. I'm Juliana Vincent Chekubu, your anchor. Please stay. Let's begin with the story of Mr. President's town hall meeting in Kigali, Rwanda.
Your contribution is immense and is very important to us. Back home, the reform is working. The economy has turned the corner. It's no more on the edge of bankruptcy. It's taken off for growth. And for us, we owe it a duty to you, whether in Nigeria, diaspora, or no matter where you are as a Nigerian, to break and to lead. I like what our brother is doing on the sport, reflecting a Nigerian name, a Nigerian pride. Thank you. Whatever is the obstacle back home, we will solve that. I'm a very serious sport enthusiast, and I will work on that. To all the students and other professionals, a promise of today is that Nigeria will be governed transparently, consistently, with value for progress. All I can promise you as a leader is that I will lead with sincerity. Regardless of tribe, religion, I don't care. But one thing I leave with you, choose your friends. Let nobody choose your friends for you. And be your brother's keeper, always.
Rwanda, they're always asking us to find a platform to bring Nigerians to come and invest in. When we came, even though our role is to attract foreign investment in Nigeria, we realized that they do not have the capacity to do as much. So we took a posture of facilitating Nigerians to come and do business here. We were able to even host a 3-day summit where all the real estate developers associations of Nigeria, 7 chapters including Abuja, came here, and we did a 3-day summit with the Rwanda's counterparts to see how they can explore.
Today, the president of our great nation stands on Rwanda's soil, and we, the Nigerians living in Rwanda, the land of the 1,000 hills, stand a little taller because of it. Your Excellency, on behalf of the Association of Nigerians in Rwanda and the entire Nigerian community, I warmly welcome you to Kigali. Ekabos, Your Excellency.
Sports, infrastructure, entertainment has to be taken a little bit more serious on the continent and in Nigeria. Because when Nigeria moves, you said it this morning, the rest of the continent moves. Yes, and we have to move with sports. We have everything that it takes. We have the talent, the people, and every infrastructure. Those old infrastructure, we have to turn into new. Yes, we have to turn into current. TVS, National Stadium, Surulere, National Stadium, Abuja, they have all remained the same. Yes, and we can bring in investment, we can bring in the money, we can bring in the people to create what we have created here and in other places.
Basketball and sports was a tool that gave me opportunities. Education was the reason I was able to take advantage. As I come back now as a 27-year-old and seeing my country and the youth, it's been a duty to me to create opportunities for them to take advantage of the resources we have. I studied agricultural economics in college for my master's. Agriculture is the pinnacle of our country, something that we have endless resources of. I've been fortunate enough the last 3 years to play in China, play professionally, and I made a lot of connections. And through there, I was able to help many students from Nigeria have opportunities to school in China and to learn trades that can help impact our country. Now we have endless youth in our country. You can't help everyone, but to set up the infrastructure and the pathway system for them to take advantage of the resources, to take care of their families, to take care of their villages and have an impact, that's my goal.
What I would request is more internationalization. When we talk about internationalization in academia, we look at Africa to Europe, but we need more Africa to Africa internationalization. We need joint research between Rwanda, East meets West. We need more of that so we can research, we know what the value proposition and bring it together. We need more marketing and we also need branding. So I just want this to be more. After this, what can we offer? What can we do more in Rwanda? And what we in Rwanda, based here in academia or even businesses, can also interact and bring together and kind of let's have more collaboration.
I know there have been a lot of reforms that your government has done in terms of e-visa, and a lot of things that have made movements very easy. But I think even symbolically, if Nigeria can set the pace, and Rwanda has done it, and it has shown that the country doesn't collapse if you allow Africans to move amongst African countries. So please, Your Excellency, if there's anything you can do to that, because for me, it's a conscientious thing for me when Rwandans come to me to say, we cannot go to your country, but you can come to our country. So, sir, if you can do that, I think that would help to not only improve Nigeria's standing in the world as a destination for talents to go to without obstacles, but it would also help Nigerians that want to go to other countries as well. But finally, I just want to thank you for the excellent job you've done. For those of us that are still not yet 50 years, we've seen the way Nigeria has been since we were born. And we've seen the changes that you've done. You've done things that many presidents in our lifetime were not able to do. So we want to thank you for the subsidy removal, for the forex float. Now I can send my money to Nigeria without getting scared that the money will turn to #1 tomorrow. That's based on the reforms that you've done. There could be things from it, but that's what we need to survive as a country. So thank you very much, sir.
On the issue of reforms, there was a lot of commendation by Nigerians here in Rwanda for Mr. President's reforms. You could see that Rwanda here, there's a lot of discipline, a lot has happened here. They commended the removal of fuel subsidy. Now you don't have fuel scarcity in Nigeria, and the reforms may be painful but necessary in their words. There's economic stability. Gone are the days where you don't even, when they send money, they don't even know what the money will be, dual exchange rate. So they were very happy about that. And they made it clear that they will also contribute their own quota in terms of knowledge, skills transfer, innovation ideas, and work with Nigerians at home to ensure that, we build the Nigeria of our dreams. We have the talent, we have the resources, we have the human capital. And they assured Mr. President that under his leadership, they want to bring that human capital back to Nigeria, strengthen it under his leadership. And really, Mr. President also told them that his own is, he wants to lead with sincerity of purpose, with transparency, and with determination to give good governance. So it was a very engaging and very useful meeting.
Meanwhile, the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission NIDCOM, in collaboration with the International Organization for Migration, IOM, under the European Union funded program, convened a high-level meeting of the Standing Committee on Diaspora Matters to review and strengthen the implementation of the National Diaspora Policy 2021.
This meeting, of course, is very timely and very, very necessary. We look forward to the outcome of the meeting.
It's an opportunity to review the progress, share insights, strengthen collaboration, opportunity to criticize ourselves. What have we done wrong? What can we do better? So we look forward to all that. And then a platform to move from policy to implementation and impact. We've had this for 5 years. What impact have we had? How much more better can we perform? We look forward to all that. So moving forward, we need to strengthen the institutional capacity of the SCDM. And like I said, really, we should do this. It was supposed to be quarterly. Hopefully we can return to the quarterly SCDM gathering like this. Start from the Diaspora Commission. I want to encourage you. I know it's been a tough, this is the 7th year journey, but you'll be there to stand tall and proud that, oh, we were legacy staff of NIDCOM. And I want to hold my walking stick and see you years now and say, oh my God, look at you, you know? So I thank you for all the hard work you have had to put in. We've had to quarrel sometimes, I've had to go hard on some of you, but guess what? At the end of the day, we'll all be proud that we set up this commission together and we're going to grow, and we'll leave all of you behind to ensure it continues to grow.
I extend warm appreciation to NIDCOM for its leadership in advancing a more structured, coordinated, and development-oriented approach to diaspora engagement in Nigeria. I would like to express IOM's sincere appreciation to the government of Nigeria for its continued commitment to strengthening migration governance, as well as to the European Union for its sustained partnership and strategic support. Through this program, the EU has enabled tangible investments in institutions, systems, and coordination mechanisms that place migration and diaspora engagements at the center of national and subnational development planning. Distinguished participants, Nigeria's diaspora remains one of the country's most significant yet under-leveraged development partners. Beyond remittances, which continue to provide vital support to households and local economies, Nigerians in diaspora contribute critical skills, professional expertise, innovation, and transnational network across sectors such as healthcare, ICT, academia, entrepreneurship, and the creative economy.
The chairman of Senate Committee on Diaspora, NGO and Civil Societies, as well as the House of Representatives Committee on Diaspora Matters, were represented by their clerks, spoke on structured diaspora engagements.
Let me begin by expressing the deep appreciation of the House Committee on Diaspora to our co-organizers. To the IOM, we commend your unwavering technical support and partnership in strengthening Nigeria's migration governance architecture. Your commitment to safe, orderly, and regular migration continues to be invaluable. Permit me to pay special tribute to a patriot, a tireless advocate, the chairman, chief executive officer of Nigeria in Diaspora Commission, Honorable Dr. Abike Dabiri-Erewa, OON. Madam Chairman, your leadership has ensured that the interest of over 17 million Nigerians in the diaspora remains on the front burner of national and international discourse. On behalf of the Nigerian government, particularly the Nigerian National Assembly, we acknowledge your uncommon dedication in amplifying the voices, welfare, and contribution of our diaspora community at every opportunity. You have indeed redefined diaspora engagement as a pillar of national development.
Nigeria's diaspora community remains one of our greatest national assets across continents. Nigerians continue to distinguish themselves in diverse fields, contributing significantly not only to the economies of the countries, of their host countries, but also to the socio-economic development of our nation through remittances, investments, knowledge transfer, and humanitarian support. Their role in shaping Nigeria's global image and fostering international partnership cannot be overstated. As chairman, of the Senate Committee on Diaspora and Non-Governmental Organizations, I reaffirm the commitment of the National Assembly to support policies and legislative frameworks that protect the rights and interests of Nigerians living and working abroad.
The meeting also featured presentations from state diaspora focal point officers highlighting subnational efforts in diaspora engagements.
The skill exchange program, the Diaspora, Abia State Diaspora Commission, that we're working on that September this year, and in May, we are having an engagement in the New York so that we can do the exchange program for the Abia State. And why are we doing that? Because of the trade. We have people in Aba, that's producing our leather, shoe, different skills. And it's good for us to showcase Abia business method in that level so that the international communities will know the skill and the benefits that they have, and they can utilize that in order to do meaningful business with Abia State.
When we started, we had what we call the Lagos to Diaspora Network, whereby we thought of bringing people from different specialties to be able to engage them for our state's development. But what we realized that diaspora engagement is just not national. It needs to be subnational. It needs to be localized. You cannot connect with Lagos diasporans from Abuja or from Brussels or from France. You need to connect with them locally. And that's what we've been able to find. And we found that at Lagos, I'm not going to be political, but I have to say, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the greatest diasporan ambassador that we've ever had coming out from Lagos. Because through his foresight, he was able to set up what we call the Eco Club. Eco Club is like a social organization that has been running in since the early 2000s, when it was in Chicago those days. And they set it up, and Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration has been able to support them throughout the years. How are we supporting our own Lagos diaspora? I know Kosiba wants to build the estate. I'll get to that next. But we gave 50 units of houses and flats to our diaspora at regular rates.
The achievement of Cross River State Diaspora Commission. With its inception in May 13, 2025, the Cross River State Diaspora Commission curriculum has recorded tremendous achievements. These achievements include hosting of state diaspora, the 4th State Diaspora Focal Officers Summit that was held in Calabar to strengthen coordination among state diaspora focal point officers. NICOM was fully presented in Calabar to really give support to our commission, and it was a huge success all through. We hosted it, and God gave us the enablement. It was a success. The commission also organized an investment business summit in Calabar with participation drawn from cross-riverians indigenous in the diaspora under the auspices of the Global United Christian Congress of Africa and the diaspora, which is GUGA. It was well attended. They came in number through homecoming visitation to Cross River State.
The meeting of the Standing Committee on Diaspora Matters also had interventions from NIDCOM, as well as civil societies and NGOs.
So as you can see, the current landscape of diaspora management engagement requires a transition from viewing remittances as survivalist transfers to treating them as strategic developmental capital. Okay, yeah. So to bridge the infrastructure gap at both national and subnational levels, we must deploy a practical framework that combines behavioral marketing to build trust with macroeconomic policy to ensure asset security.
Like we say, lessons learned. What is it we are not doing well, and what are we supposed to do better, so that when you review the policy going forward, we should be able to take in there some evolving and new issues that have come on board. And importantly, we would like to have the definition of where diaspora to be reflected.
We have direct access to communities across 8 states. I mean, we are operating in 8 states in Nigeria. And
we are talking of, subnational engagements and strategic engagement.
Anytime we hear about NITCOM, what comes to our mind is we get to pity NITCOM because there's a lot of workload on NITCOM, because when there are issues, the whole country is on NITCOM. How do they rescue Nigerians who are, outside the borders of its, state? So, but however, we have tried as much as possible to bring this stress, to the barest minimum, in the sense that let us, create policies that can bring this whole thing, reduced, even though we cannot stop them.
Let's take a short break. When we return, the Nigerian Diaspora Businesses, Food Corner, and our Diaspora of the Moment.
We carry our roots wherever we roam. Our culture and pride forever our home. Nigerians in diaspora, we're strong and we're bold. Our spirit unbroken, our hearts made of gold. We rise above borders, our love for Nigeria stays in our hearts, our homeland, every single day, from America to Europe.
Welcome back. Let's bring in Miriam Hassan with the Nigerian Diaspora Business segment. Miriam, why are you taking us to?
Thank you so much, Juliana. Welcome back to the Nigerian Diaspora Business segment. We're looking at a successful Nigerian business in Waterloo, Canada, where the chairman and CEO Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Honorable Dr. Abike Dabri Erewa, had an engagement with the KW Pharmacy in Canada. Enjoy the package. On the business segment, I remain your uncle, Mariam Hassan. Back to Juliana in studio.
Up next is our food corner with Barbara Bisong. What an amazing menu. Barb, what's cooking?
Thank you, Julie. Welcome back to Food Corner, where simple ingredients are turned into magic. Today, we will be making a popular dish, yam and egg, but in an elevating way. Join me, let's go see how to make this.
See, in this life, people will show you shaggy and they'll expect you not to change your behavior towards them. But that's not why we're here. Today, I'm going to show you how to make yam and eggs in an elevated manner. What I did first was to cook my yam, which I cut in bite-sized pieces, and now I'm making my sauce. In this pan, I've got some cooking oil, onions, prawns, some green seasoning. I also added some vegetables, some carrots, and of course, I seasoned it to perfection, and I added some Scotch bonnet peppers because what is life without pepper? I beat my eggs, and I'm going to add my fried mixture into my eggs, and added some cheese. But I mean, if you don't have cheese, you can totally skip it. Once your yams are done, add them. Oh, please don't forget to sieve the water. Don't add the water with the yam. So stir everything. You're going to pour this into a baking dish, and it's going to go into your air fryer oven or your regular oven. Add some more cheese if you like. And when it's cooked, this is what it's going to look like. This is so easy to eat and super delicious.
That was very simple, right? This is a dish that you can make at home, even those in the diaspora. Thank you so much for joining us on Food Corner today. See you next week.
Our Diaspora of the Moment is next, with Esther Otiotio presenting.
Our Diaspora of the Moment is Raymond Ejikemua. Raymond Ejikemua, a Nigerian PhD candidate at Georgia State University, Atlanta, has achieved a historic milestone as the first Nigerian scholar to receive the George M. Sparks Award since its inception in 1986. The award, presented on April 21, 2026, is the highest honor of the university, recognizing individuals who demonstrate exceptional service, perseverance, and character, Notably, Ejike Mua was the only student among this year's prize recipients, alongside professors and staff, highlighting his outstanding impact. This achievement follows his recognition as the winner of the Royal Flame Leadership Award on April 13, 2026, where he emerged top among 14 nominees for his exceptional leadership and campus involvement. Hailing from Imo State, Nigeria, he recently represented Georgia State University at the 2026 ECOSOC Youth Forum at the United Nations and has been invited to the World Bank Group Youth Summit in Washington, D.C. Receiving the George M. Sparks Award is a victory for the Nigerian diaspora, he said, noting that it reflects perseverance and commitment to service. He previously made history in 2023 as the first Nigerian African to win the Outstanding Graduate Student Leader Award at the University of West Florida. Congratulations, Raymond Ejike Mua. We celebrate you as our diaspora of the moment.
That has been the Diaspora for today. I hope you had a good time with us. Join us again for subsequent episodes of your favorite show. I remain Juliana Vincent Yakubu. Stay positive.